In campaign 2012 this morning, Rick Santorum gave Mitt Romney something he was hoping for, a clear shot at the GOP presidential nomination.
This presidential race for us is over.
Rick Santorum came out of nowhere, pushing that he was the real true conservative, and in just as a surprising move, he came out yesterday and suddenly decided to step down. So now we move on.
Yep, that's right. Our political analyst, you see him right here, and Professor Stephen Caliendo joins us now to talk about the future of the Republican race with Santorum's exit. So is it smooth sailing for Romney here on out?
It's pretty smooth sailing. He might have some bumps next month. We have some southern states. If Newt Gingrich decides to stay in it, there could be some challenges, but it looks like he's in pretty good shape at this. He was in pretty good shape yesterday before it happened. Yeah, that's right.
Let's talk about Newt Gingrich. What's so surprising about this is that Saturday he made this big deal that he's resigned to the fact that Mitt Romney's probably the guy. He forgot to pay for the primary fee in Utah.
Right.
So it sounds like if he's okay with that, then why isn't he stepping aside?
Well, there's other reasons. We talked about Ron Paul a little bit earlier in the cycle. Sometimes you want to stay in because you get to speak at the convention if you have delegates pledged to you. I mean, and that's really the next question. I mean, we're going to talk about vice presidential candidates, of course, but we also have to talk about when these candidates are going to release their delegates, because they've collected delegates along the way. Those delegates are pledged to them. They're supposed to support them at the convention. At some point in this cycle, they will release them, which means they'll be free to support Mitt Romney. The timing of that becomes important.
A few names, you mentioned vice presidential candidates. A few names are being tossed around. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky. It's always tough to sort of make these guesses because you think about regionality. He might want to pick somebody from the South, maybe somebody from Florida, Mark Rubio. I heard Kay Bailey Hutchinson's name kicked around from Texas. Of course, she's a woman as well. Nikki Haley from South Carolina. We also have some local candidates, some more regional candidates that might get our attention.
Paul Ryan, Scott Walker.
Those folks. Wisconsin. Again, you might want to think about regionality. You don't want to get somebody who's not from the South if he's going to have trouble in the South. On the other hand, those folks have some attraction for other reasons.
So we'll see what happens next. Stephen Caliendo, thanks so much for being with us
this
morning.